Hey guys, it's Because Mama Said So, and tonight we're making Appetizer Palooza, Wonton Tacos and layered enchilada dip with a fruit and cheese tray. The first appetizer we're going to work on is actually enchilada layer dip. We're going to do sour cream, cream cheese, and ranch dressing mix, and combine that and spread it in the bottom of a baking dish. Now this baking dish is not a 9x13 baking dish, but it isn't perfectly square like an 8x8 or 9x9. But just know you don't want to do too big of a dish because you don't want your layers too thin. Spread this evenly on the bottom of the baking dish. It doesn't have to be perfect because remember, we don't do perfect over here on my channel. Next, we're going to take some refried beans and we're going to add 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese and about a tablespoon of taco seasoning to be our next layer. Appetizer Palooza was actually started. My sister used to do something called snack tray movie night with her kids, where they would watch a movie and she would literally put out a tray of, pretzels, candy, cheese, crackers, whatever their favorite snack foods were, and that would be dinner for the evening. I decided to adapt that in doing Appetizer Palooza, where we have a couple of appetizers or party food and we put it together with something super simple that I can just put together and assemble, like fruit and cheese. This is actually enchilada sauce I'm pouring over now, and we're going to sprinkle in a little bit more cheese on top, and we're going to bake this at 425 degrees for about 20 minutes. I absolutely love party food and I love appetizers, and so this was a super fun idea for our family. The next thing we're going to do is wonton tacos. I'm going to take the wonton wrappers and press them into the cups of a mini muffin pan. This is a little tedious, but absolutely worth it. Everybody loves party food, and I used to have to wait until the Super Bowl or to go to a social gathering in order to enjoy some of my favorite recipes, which are often, party food. And so we just decided we'll make our own party. And so traditionally we've done Appetizer Palooza on Sunday nights, and we would watch a movie or play a game or binge watch The Office. It really was whatever everybody was kind of feeling like doing. We've kind of neglected doing it here lately though, because my two older kids are, they have jobs and they're trying to fly the coop. But when my oldest daughter, Allie, asked to do Appetizer Palooza, I was like, absolutely, we're going to do Appetizer Palooza, because I'm at a place right now where if my kids want to do it, I want to do it for them. Next, while those are in the oven for about 5 minutes, we are going to combine ground beef, cheese, green chilies, and a little bit of seasoning in order to fill up our cups. Now that they're out of the oven, we're just going to fill those cups as full as we can without overfilling them. This is going to take a second, but it's absolutely delicious. We like to serve these sometimes with sour cream on top, and some people do hot sauce. These are incredibly flexible. It's a hard season when your kids start getting older and they start spending more time away from home. Of course, we still have our 7-year-old Scarlett, who's puttering around the house, that we can still do things for. But it's nice when your kids say that there's a tradition that you have in your family and they really look forward to it. And I guess maybe I didn't realize when we were doing Appetizer Palooza when they were young that it would become something that would be comforting to them. And now that they're older, if they want to do it, I absolutely want to do it for them. We're going to add a little bit of shredded cheese on top of these wonton tacos, and they'll go back in the oven again at 425 degrees for about another 5 to 7 minutes until the tacos start to get a little bit brown. These are so delicious, and they're so flexible because you could do this with chicken, different types of cheeses, anything that you have in your kitchen. You don't have to go out and get things special. While those are both baking, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the fruit tray. We happen to have some cantaloupe on hand, and our whole family loves cantaloupe. I'm going to scoop out these seeds because my baby chickens in the backyard will absolutely love to eat these, and we try not to let anything go to waste around here. I absolutely love my backyard chickens, and I love giving them treats, and it's always so nice when we have cantaloupe or watermelon, because I don't know if you've ever seen chickens eat cantaloupe or watermelon, but they absolutely lose their clucking minds. So I'm going to cut up this cantaloupe just to get it ready, and I've already got some watermelon that was already cut up that I'm going to add to the tray. For the cheese, I actually had this block of pepper jack cheese, and I think it'll be a nice complement to the tacos and Mexican flavors that we have going on. And this is so simple. Just lay your cheese out, put your fruit out. The fruit is such a pretty color anyway. I mean, you really can't mess up a fruit and cheese tray because they're just, when you get all those colors together, they're absolutely beautiful. I've remembered we had some strawberries washed in the fridge, so I'm going to add a few of those and just kind of sprinkle those around because they just add a lot of brightness and depth of color, and they're so pretty. Here's how our fruit and cheese tray turned out. Now that our wonton tacos are out of the oven, I'm just going to put them on a tray. I know this seems like there's a ton of them, but to be honest, my family can eat like 4 or 5 of them each at a sitting, so these will not last very long. They are so good though. We let them cool down just a little bit because everything holds together a little bit better when we do. And then we serve those topped with the sour cream and hot sauce and salsa and whatever else anybody decides to eat. And here's what our layered enchilada dip looks like coming out of the oven. Let that sit for just a little bit so that way it's not so hot. Here's how our coffee table is looking. We set up Appetizer Palooza in the living room. It looks so beautiful. And here is what my mama tray looks like when I put all of mine together. Everything is so good, so flavorful. Here's the recipe. Screenshot them. Let me know if you try them. Let me know what family traditions you enjoy. And take care of yourself. You're valuable because Mama said so.